Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. So today I am coming to you guys with a little bit of a different video. Can you guys hear that? It's like a screaming kettle kind of noise. Today, this isn't just a usual kind of vlog. This is a big day, okay? Well, big 2 days. Ben, my boyfriend, for reference, if you're new here, is actually going to be racing, involving himself in a half Ironman tomorrow in Weymouth. And I thought it'd be really fun to document the whole journey of it, document the whole process of it, document the day before, document the day of. One, for people that are just interested and want it as a bit of entertainment. Also to like have it as document for Ben to look back on, whether that's like next week or when we're like 50. Also, my boyfriend made it aware to me that like when he tries and looks for half Ironman videos, there aren't that many that are like for Weymouth, or like, I don't know, he found it hard to find the details that he wanted for the day. So I thought like, let's just put as much info into this as possible. But yeah, so when he comes out of the bathroom, we're just getting ready to go. It's the day before the Ironman. I keep calling it an Ironman, but it is a half Ironman. It's 5 to 9 right now. We were aiming to leave at 9, but typical us, we're late as per usual. But I've just packed up my suitcase. It's basically just full of fluffy socks, tracksuit bottoms, tracksuit hoodies, pajamas, and comfy stuff. Like, it's really freaking cold. Like, where has this cold weather come from? And I'm thinking, am I gonna need a coat for tomorrow? Because I'm gonna be out there for like over 6 hours, like in the cold. But I don't even know where a coat is. I haven't had to wear a coat for so long. I am so excited. I'm so proud of him. But when he comes out of the bathroom, as he's just getting ready, he can like take you through what he's packed and how he's feeling and all that stuff. So here's my Benny.
Hello.
He's basically just got everything ready last night and he's now just putting it in the bag to put in the car.
Separated it into running, swimming and cycling. So swimming goggles, then I've got a wetsuit in the car, and then I've got a tri-suit coming later. I brought one tri-suit and it was horrendous and it gave a horrible mammal toe. So
yeah, it was ridiculous.
So I got rid of that. It was like padding was just all in the wrong places.
It was really thick padding.
I bought this one that was like, I think it was £18 or something, and it just did not work for me. So I've had to now buy one. It's a bit more expensive. I think it was like £60. But I bought it in a large, and I thought I'd bought in an extra large, and actually I accidentally duplicated the order, so I've ordered it twice. So I've got 2 large tri-suits, which neither of them work because they're basically you wear a pair of shorts and then wear a jacket, but they're connected. And there was a gap, which I don't think meant to happen, where my belly was just hanging out. So that wasn't ideal.
Yeah.
I've had to then order an extra large and then an extra large. So the swimming is goggles, tri-suit and wetsuit. For the run, which is the next part, so basically putting into the swim to run bag, is like loads of this stuff. Yeah, I read online you're not really meant to take a bike pump, but because everyone there's got one already. If everyone there's got one already, I might as well have one myself.
Yeah.
It's my thought on it.
I guess it's better to be over prepared for your first one.
Exactly. I've got some sun cream, some magnesium stuff, and then joint stuff, and then tablets and stuff like that really. And then some energy gels, so energy chews.
So Ben's never actually tried an energy gel, so he like ideally wanted to try them before, and everybody always says don't try them for the first time on race day, but given the circumstances he's gonna need energy gels because else he'd just be like doing himself a disservice. And Ben has a tummy of steel, so you know.
I have to hope for the best really, because if it doesn't go well, then it doesn't go well. But
I saw someone online say that the MyProtein Hyrox ones are actually meant to be nice, because apparently the old MyProtein ones weren't very nice, but apparently these ones are. We just put in the High 5 energy gels as well in case one of them don't work, and hopefully the other ones are a bit better.
That's the energy gels. And then I've also got like a multi-purpose tool thing, so that's for the bike. Then a belt for the number. I'm not really sure, I think I get given that today, which I'm pretty certain I do actually. I don't know if anyone's ever used these before. I had to watch a video to how to use them, but you pull these tags off and then you get that exposed, and you put that through your number, and then you put this over the top so it's like locked in. And then I've got 2 bottles.
2 bottles for the bike.
Yeah, I'll probably put in one with electrolytes and one just normal water.
In the car, I'm going to like do some Googling of like nutrition for throughout the actual Ironman. So then we can make a little list of what we think Ben needs, and then we'll stop off and go buy some like electrolytes and any extra like, I don't know, sweets or anything he might need.
The only time I ever used electrolytes was during the 10,000 calorie challenge, and it actually did stop cramping and stuff like that. Or that might have been the magnesium, I don't know. So some of the stuff did work. It didn't really give me a bad side effect. So I've got my cycling shoes. That's all just going to go into this bag and like separate it as cycling stuff. This is a big bike pump, so this is going to be used before I even go to the actual race, like in the car sort of, to make sure the wheels are pumped up after I get it out of the car. Then I've got a running cap, my running shoes, which are like the ASIC Metaspeed, I think. Sun cream, compression socks, like really bad shin splints, and I have them now, so and I'll take some paracetamol as well before, because They're an absolute agony.
The compression socks actually really help Ben. He really struggles with them, and until he had those, he literally couldn't run because he'd get shin splints even just for running a few hundred
I don't know
meters.
if it's a placebo thing, I don't know really. And then I've got sliders.
And the massage gun for before or after or both. We've got the bike and everything in the car already, so he's just going to put that all in, and then he's got comfy clothes and stuff like that for afterwards. We've just gone to get McDonald's breakfast for the way, although I kept telling Ben to get the extra hash brown for his carb loading, and he just wasn't getting it. He needs to carb load, you guys. He says 1 hash brown is going to make a difference. Well, yeah, but they all add up, you see. But anyway, if anybody cares, I've got a sausage and egg McMuffin, 2 hash browns, Diet Coke. Ben has got a
double sausage and egg McMuffin and a hash brown and a cup of tea.
My thoughts on this video was that when I've watched videos of Ironmans in the past, I don't know, maybe I've not watched enough of them or not seen them all, but I've never really seen it all in depth.
I explained this earlier on the intro.
Yeah, in terms of doing like the check-in, what you get from the check-in. I actually watched a TikTok really recently. She just checked into the Weymouth one and she showed it. She checked in like yesterday, and then she showed what was in the bag and everything like that, and that really helped me understand what was in it, because I haven't seen someone do something like that yet, especially not for this Weymouth one. Maybe someone out there might watch this video and think, oh, this is what goes on and stuff. So, and it might help someone anyway. But my idea is that,
oh my god, we're being attacked!
I'm a bit off about all of them, because the swim, I've never done open water swimming. That would be interesting, especially if it's quite choppy. When I looked, it said it was quite windy, and it said it was raining, and it said it was cold.
Brilliant.
It doesn't look like it's rainy enough to cancel the swim, so it looks like it will definitely be happening, which is great. To be fair, I'm looking forward to the swim, because I've done swimming since I was really young. Obviously, I had like a big 5-year break from swimming at all, but you don't really ever forget the technique once you've learnt it. So
yeah, and you know you can do the distance because you've done the distance a few times.
Yeah.
It's the fact that it's open water swim and the conditions it's going to be.
Exactly. I'm a pretty confident swimmer, I think, but I've never done open water swimming. Hopefully the waves aren't so strong that I cannot literally do anything, and it fatigues me more than I'm planning that it will fatigue me for the cycle and the run.
Yeah, it's like not knowing how to like pace yourself for the triathlon, because you've not done never done a triathlon before.
Yeah, personally for the swim, I don't think I can pace myself for the swim, because I can pace myself in clear water. And also another thing is that in the water it's clear, you can see at the bottom, see the line that you're going.
Yeah.
But in open water, I'm gonna have to keep lifting my head up. The cycle, I've literally not done the distance. I've done similar to the distance, but indoors, because I didn't really have anyone to go cycling with for a long period of my training.
And cycling on the road on your own when you're quite new to cycling is very daunting, isn't it?
Well, I wouldn't know.
Especially when you're clipping in the
it's
shoes.
not, I wouldn't say it's daunting about it all like that, but because I've got the clip-ins, I fell off once, I think. Well, no, maybe not fell off, but I almost stumbled a bit, and it's obviously not the best feeling in the world. That'll be fine. I think the cycling is alright. I've not done the distance before, but I've done something similar to it on a stationary trainer. I remember doing about 60 kilometres on it, and the way I thought about it is because when you do running, you're told when you're going for the distance to never actually do the distance, you just go up to it. But then I guess that's a bit different for half Ironman, at least, because I need to be really comfortable doing that distance, because I'm going to have it embedded with everything else. So that's going to be digging deep moment. I don't know how fast I can do that. Because it's a rolling race, it's actually going to be quite nice. And I've looked at the hills in Weymouth. There's a really steep incline at the very end, I think. I've heard someone say there's 3 hills. That'll be fine.
Famous last words. He spoke too soon.
And also the transitions. I think that's something that's not been spoken about. But the transitions is also something that is a bit nerve-wracking, because as silly as it sounds, I've never practiced getting changed in that way. I've never ever had to get into, from swimming stuff into cycling stuff to get into the running stuff. That's another aspect that's going to be tricky.
With the transitions, I feel like with it being your first time, just literally take your time. Like, you're naturally going to feel like you're going to have to rush, but just like take your time and try not to like let those moments like stress you out. Like, it's just about getting it done, and you don't want the in-between stages to be stressful.
It's not in ideal conditions, obviously, for me. This wetsuit that I've got is quite thick. It's almost the sort of wetsuit that you'd have if you were diving somewhere or something like that. It's not like a triathlon wetsuit. There's not much mobility in it. Finally, the run. I've done the distance on the run, and I've done the distance quite a few times now. So the half marathon distance.
Not in training.
No, I haven't done it in training this time.
In the last year, you've done it like 3 times.
Yeah, in the last year I've done it 3 times.
You've done long runs too.
18 kilometres of it, like probably over 4 times. So that's quite a nice feeling, knowing that I can do the distance. The one thing that I am unsure on is because I've basically been carrying a bit of an injury on my knees and my shins. They just feel a bit in pain and achy and everything. Hopefully that doesn't affect the actual day, because I've not been able to put all the training in that I wanted to. And the one thing that's helped me a bit is I got a 5k recently in, I think it was 23 minutes and 50 seconds. So that's great. I was really happy with that. And that shows me that I've not lost all all my running muscle. Like,
that was a PB for him. So,
and that was after like not running for quite a while. So hopefully the idea of resting actually benefits me. The swim, never done open water swimming. The cycle, never done the distance, and the run, I've just not been able to do much running recently because of injuries and stuff. So
there's a few things you're a bit nervous about.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I'm just gonna have to dig deep.
This is all just the beauty of it being the first triathlon, first half Ironman. Like, just got to embrace this like nervous feeling, because you're not going to get this back, and just go with it and see what you can do on the day.
Exactly. So it's all new. It's all a different experience, and I think it'll be a nice experience as well. To be fair, I don't know where I'm meant to go. When I've done research, it says some sort of like the pavilion on the pier. It was about a 4-hour drive away from us. Really, new experiences, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not that bad that I won't want to ever do one again. The way I am looking at it at the moment is, this is my benchmark for when I want to do it again. And that's probably the only reason I probably look at it in that way, is because I'm unprepared, which isn't the nicest and the best feeling. I'm probably just saying to myself, oh, whatever you do will be fine, because it's just a benchmark.
Just got to try and get it done, and then next time, if you want to do another one, you can just try and then maybe think, okay, I'm actually going to try and cut a few minutes off here or a few minutes off here.
Yeah, just have to hope that my youth lets me, pulls me through the whole of the race day.
Okay.
Yeah, my love.
Oh my god, they're literally like selling so much stuff here. I didn't realise they're going to sell so much stuff here. But we're in the Ironman shop, I guess. We're about to check in. I assume that's where we do it. Oh my god, these are so cool. There's like Lululemon in collaboration with Ironman, which I think is so cool. Something that we didn't realise Ben needed to register to get his number and everything is some sort of ID, so whether that's like a passport or driving licence. So he's just gone back to his car to go get that. Also need your race licence, which we had no idea what that was. So I'm not sure whether you can fill that out before, but basically there's a QR code in this like section where you can register at the help desk, where you just basically fill in your details, and I think the woman said it's £8, and then that's how you get your race license. So if you guys are going to register for an Ironman to like get your number and everything, you need your photo ID, your race license, which I'm sure there'll be a QR code at the registration desk where you can just like fill in your details and then pay the amount of money, and then also some sort of QR code, which she said you get on an email when you book yourself onto the Ironman, and apparently they sent one a few days ago as well, but I don't think Ben knows about any of that. So he literally has like 1% on his phone, so he's going to try and get the QR code from his phone. But those are the 3 things it says you need when you're going to go in, try and get your number. After a bit of confusion, we finally found where the transition is. Ben's just about to set up his bags.
Yeah, 3 bags, 1 blue, 1 red, 1 white. They were all in the bags that you get given when you check in. Blue, bike, red, run, swim to bike, bike to run, and then afterwards. It's called dry bag, that one.
Perfect.
So we're about to pack them, try and get everything in.
We've got the shoes going in.
Glasses, helmet. Did we just...
So just finish off with what's in the swim to bike transition, and he has his helmet, his shoes, his socks, sunglasses, 4 gels, even though he thinks he's going to have 3, and then we're also going to go and buy some bars, and he's going to have 3 bars because I did some researching on the way, and it says you should have about 250 to 300 calories every hour, as well as 60 to 90 grams of carbohydrates. If he has 1 gel every hour and 1 bar every hour, that should pretty much give him the nutrition, as well as like an electrolyte drink and just regular water. Pretty sure that's everything he has in his transition bag to go onto his bike. We have got food. Why is it lighting like that? We have got dinner. Honestly, this video may as well be like, eat a takeaway for 24 hours with me. We have got Nando's. Can't bloody go wrong with the Nando's. And the lighting is so cute in here, by the way. Benny has got some medium spiced chicken wings. There you go, my darling. He's also got some medium chicken thighs. Then some peri chips. Some more peri chips. There you go, my love. I have got a grilled chicken wrap, although I've really been loving the Churrasco burger recently, but I actually kind of fancy just a chicken wrap. So I've got chicken wrap. Then I also went for the loaded fries. If you guys haven't had this, oh my god, I highly recommend. It's so freaking good. It says it serves 2 to 3 people, but like, it's a lie. It has spring onion, melted cheese, pulled chicken, I don't even know, like Nando's sauce. It's unfreaking real. And then some broccoli. Happy days! We're gonna enjoy this and watch something now. So So I've just got my snacks, Milky Way and blueberry muffins. Ben's gonna have some snacks in a minute, but we were just watching The Office and he was like, hang on, I wanna go on TikTok and see if anyone's made any videos about the race tomorrow. And they have, and it's so interesting to watch because they're all like today or yesterday, or like this one's 30 minutes ago talking about the day tomorrow. And yeah, just thought, you know, this might be something you guys wanna do as well. People do give you updates on the race that's upcoming.
Exactly.
Do you like watching other people that are doing it?
Yeah, but everyone that I'm watching seems like absolute athletes, so it's come as a bit of a shocker to me. Well, it's not a shocker to me. I know everyone who's doing it is going to be an athlete already, but yeah, I'm very much going into it. Not as I'd want to, but everyone seems to be going into it like they're going to be getting some PBs and doing really well. So obviously it's what it is.
So we basically got these from the IRONMAN 10 earlier. They are the Precision Hydration Electrolytes, and they're the purple one. I think they're like the strongest ones. So it said on the sign next to it earlier in the shop to have one the night before and then one 60 to 90 minutes before the swim. Basically put it into a 500ml bottle of water, and that's hopefully jobs are good. And if I can open it, I'm basically going to put in one of these electrolyte tablets to dissolve into the water. Oh no, it won't fit in the bloody thing. Oh yeah. Into the water, letting them dissolve. Obviously I don't really know the science behind it all, but I know electrolytes is... Oh, sorry. Pretty sure electrolytes are basically meant to just like replenish the salts, because obviously you're going to be losing like a lot of sweat and everything, which means then you'll be like super hydrated, which is obviously what you need. It's meant to be citrus flavour, so Ben will let you know, but it's just dissolving at the minute.
On the athlete's guide on the website, it's called a first timer guide. It gives you like a bit of a checklist: pre-race, race week, race day bike, race day swim, race day morning, miscellaneous, race day run. So
that's good.
I'm just giving that a bit of a read at the moment, making sure there's nothing that I'm missing.
Good morning, you guys. It is literally 4 AM in the morning. We are feeling pretty damn sleepy.
Brooks just made me some cereal, which is just granola with little strawberry bits in it. We'll get down there, go get all my stuff ready, and then we'll go down in one car to Weymouth, which is about a 40-minute drive. I'm just wearing a hoodie, a t-shirt, all oversized stuff, and a good pair of joggers. I've got the tracker on my left ankle and my tri-suit underneath all of that. Tri-suit's on the very bottom, and then everything else on top to keep me warm. When I get there, I'll take all my clothes off, other than my tri-suit, and put a wetsuit over the top, and that'll be the starting outfit, I guess.
For hydration throughout the day, I've just filled up these 2 water bottles that he's going to take on the bike. I've just filled up this bottle of water and put an electrolyte tablet in there again, and he's going to have that 60 to 90 minutes before the swim this morning. Other than that, he's going to have a energy drink about 20 minutes before the swim, and then whatever water stations are along the way on the run. And he's just taking a lot of tablets. He's taking 2 of these joint ache ones because his knees have been really hurting him, as well as paracetamol because of his knees, and then magnesium because it's meant to help with cramping and everything.
Went for a bit of a dip, feeling a bit better about the morning. Realised that I'm not as bad of a swimmer as I thought I was. Saying this now, you're going to have to delete this if something happens when I'm out there. Stand by.
Wait, are you ready, spectators? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, make some noise!
Here he is, here he is. You're doing amazing, my love. You okay? I know. Take some stretches, do some stretches here before you go to transition then. Well done, darling. Was that really hard?
20 times
Well done. You're doing so well, babe. So proud of you. Take your time. You're doing amazing. Couldn't be more proud of you. How is your cramp? Is it okay? Stop whenever you need, okay? Your mum and Chloe around there. I love you. You're doing amazing. Woo! So I've got Ben on the tracker. In the last like 20 kilometers, he's like slowed down a bit. I'm guessing it's getting really, really tough now. He's about 13 kilometers left of the cycle, and then he's got the half marathon. Yeah, I just want to see him and make sure he's okay, but I'm sure he is. But he's doing it, and that's the main thing. He's getting through it. Hopefully his cramp is gone now. Come on, my love. Deep breaths, deep breaths. I can't explain it. You got this. Slow as you need. Water's gonna come up soon. You're capable. He's had to stop and walk quite a few times, but I've never been so proud of someone in my whole just videoing myself. Has like I think just under 3 kilometers left to go, and honestly like it just feels like this moment is just going to be amazing. We just can't wait for him to come to the end. We've just got to the finish line, so it's all very exciting. We're just tracking him on the app, but we've never been so proud of anyone in our life. And all these people that are doing it are just like out of this world. Like the dedication to do this is like inhumane.
I'd go to some dark places and that. This is the wall after it. You see the finish line there?
Finish line is right there,
That's
you
the finish
guys.
line.
Right there, you guys.
And that race, for me, I wouldn't even call it a race because when I think of race, I think of that speed. That was just
get it done.
a long effort. I heard someone on the course that he told his friends he's doing a half Ironman and they laughed at him because it's not a full. But oh
Are you joking?
my god, I promise you.
Poor guy. He did not deserve that.
No, trust me, I did not think this was going to be a walk in the park today. I was sick before we even got here. I was nervous for this. Down to the lack of training, that was a mental battle. It was a bit of a physical battle towards the end. It was actually on the last loop, everything in my legs just started cramping. And I had two options. You either stop and tend to the cramp, or you just keep going and look after yourself at the end. I mean, a doctor would probably tell you to stop and make sure your cramp's okay. But
That was the only choice
It
with
was
that,
not happening
yeah.
for me today. I just kept running with the cramp. And at the end, I was just there like sprinting with a bit of a limp just to get it done, to get to the finish line. There was a mental battle at one point. I did not know if I was going to complete it in time. I didn't think it was going to take me around 8 hours. I think I got just less than 8 hours. It must have been just
You
less.
got 8 hours, 7 minutes.
Oh, it definitely took me to some dark places. The 90-kilometre cycle genuinely felt like it was never ending.
Yeah, I could see on the tracking you were slowing down, and I was like, my love, I'd do anything just to give you a cuddle.
The worst part about it all was, it was a rolling race.
What were the hills like?
Oh my god, it's like sprint, like hills for 20, 30 minutes.
Oh my god. So what we were driving on, and we were like, hopefully this isn't it, and it was literally
it
that.
was that, but steeper. I'm not joking. There was this one hill, it was ridiculous, and there was people getting off all over the place to walk the bikes of the hill. It was stupid. It was genuinely to the stage where I thought, oh my god. And the thing was, when they were walking their bikes up the hill, it was almost like just as fast as cycling.
Did you do that at all?
One of the hills I did, just because it was the smartest thing to do. And the reason why I actually did it was because I was cycling everywhere in my legs started cramping.
Yeah.
Not just the back, not the front, not the bottom, but the top, everywhere. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm not risking that. And this is about 60 kilometres. It was tough.
Well done.
And the swim felt impossible. The cycle felt never ending, and the run felt.
You had to dig. You didn't think you were going to do it, but he did it, and I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, because there's people now coming through who I think are just after the cut off.
But how proud of them are you?
Oh my god, I'm super impressed with everyone that turned up. I was walking down after the race and there was just a guy next to me or around me. I just said, well, Winton, it's really impressive that anyone can finish a half. Now it really puts into perspective people going, sub 6 for a half. Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
hell. It's insane. Each one of those on their own is insane, never mind after each other. It's incredible. We're rolling. Hi!
Hello.
It's actually 2 months later now, but Benny's going to do a little bit of a outro.
2 months on, what are my goals, what are my thoughts? If I could do it all again, what would I do? I would definitely say I would follow my training plan. I would definitely train a lot more on the bike outside, doing longer journeys, doing incline cycles, because oh my god, I did not train for the event. I didn't train enough in general, but I would have specifically looked at the route or in the where did I do it?
Weymouth.
In Weymouth, yeah. In the Weymouth 70.3, because there was just so many hills that just felt like they were non-stop. It'd be like a hill, and then a tiny down, and then a hill. I felt like I was going up Mount Everest on a bike. It was hard. So I would have trained with with that in mind and done a lot of more hill cycles and taken myself out to places where there were lots of hills, I would have done that. And I feel like I would have been in a much better position if I would have done that. In my swimming, I always thought my swimming was going to be fine. And then after the swim, everything was cramping up. So I clearly hadn't swum enough. And I definitely didn't do enough open water swimming in freezing cold water because my legs were ruined. Oh my God. I got out of the water and the first thing that happened is I cramped up and I was like limping to the bikes. I'd go to the actual sea and do a lot of open water swimming. I felt like that would put me in a good position for the race day because it was so weird going from a swimming pool and being able to see everything underneath you and have no one around you, being in the ocean, swimming out. As far as you could see, I would have liked to have done 1.5 times the distance you do in a 70.3 in training. So then when I'm actually in the 70.3, tired from the swimming, be actually in a good position to do the cycle. One thing I would say I was really happy with is nutrition. I don't know how it worked, right? I've done the half marathons, which I know that some people don't need like nutrition for them. People also do need it sometimes. I've never ever taken an energy gel or anything like that for any training event, nothing. For me to have done that 70.3 with the amount of energy gels I did and for me to be okay at the end, I think I'm pretty happy with that. I was lucky in that sense, I guess you could say.
But did you feel like the nutrition helped you along the
Well,
way?
I didn't feel as fatigued as I would if I didn't have it.
I think we told them what you had.
Yeah, we did.
beforehand.
I didn't need to work on the transitions. I'm not trying to go for some sort of time that's incredible. I was just trying to complete it. Come race day, I was just trying to complete it. The transitions, I don't feel like for the first one you need to train and practice transitions and getting them faster. I think there's more important things to focus on because in that transition, you're that tired, you just got to get them on as fast as you can, and I couldn't get it on any faster. I wasn't just like messing about or anything, it just took me as long as it took me. For the running at the end, I've just never ever trained for a half marathon or anything like this. So I just thought, I've been able to do all these things in the past, I'll just be able to do it. So
I think people are going to be watching this being like, well, duh.
yeah, it is, but also like you need to see what I'm like when it comes to actually doing the events. I don't know why, I think it's just for some reason when I get it into my head that I'm going to do something, I end up just being able to somehow do it. I know it's not a great PB for anyone who's like really into running and stuff, but that 10k PB that I did no training for that as well, but somehow I still PB'd.
I know, Ben
So-
doesn't train for things.
See, but that's why I thought the running would be fine because I thought, you know, I've ran my entire life just every now and then. So I thought it'd be all right. But I tell you what, it wasn't. I was cramping up. I was dying. I've never felt a run like it. Every time I'd run, all of my legs would cramp up. It was the weirdest thing. It's like I needed to sit down and stretch them out mid-run. But I didn't sit down and stretch them or anything. I couldn't run completely the whole time. I was cramping up. If I carried on running without almost walking and massaging my legs, I don't know what would have happened. I don't think I could have without collapsing because my legs would have just gone. Never ever had legs cramping up whilst doing exercise. It was the weirdest thing for me. I do a lot more running in training on tired legs. So, you know, doing a long cycle, then going on to running. Or even like training leg day and then doing a long run.
Do you wish you completed a shorter triathlon as practice as an actual race?
Yeah, I feel like in an ideal world, I would have done. Yes, if I was doing a good training block and I was in a good position, that would have been great, but I wasn't. I probably trained for about 3 or 4 weeks. And then I had a load of exams and I just dropped. I still went to the gym every now and then and did cycles on the indoor bikes. I didn't do a run,
I did a
training.
few like 4Ks and things
Yeah,
like that.
I did do the swimming. In the future, what are the goals? Would I do a smaller, like one of the sprint distances, triathlons in training? In the future, yeah, I definitely will because I think they'd be great to see where you are at and see what you can do.
And I guess it also just makes you more confident for races because
Exactly.
obviously it's so nerve-wracking going into races.
Definitely. I'm glad I didn't because I would have known that I was in a lot of trouble come race day. Definitely. I've got a little high rocks coming up in literally like 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, a week and a half.
Yeah, week and a half, so that would be good. I haven't trained for that either. I would have liked to. I always say this, I would have liked to, but I never do. Really like to get myself back into the gym, back into like a gym routine, to get myself into a place where I wanted to be. A couple of years ago, I was really going to the gym and I was at the strength I wanted to be at, and that's what I want to sort of get back to. I would like to enter into another high rocks. I'd love to be able to train and compete in it, aiming for an hour and 10, like aiming for that sort of mark, and I think it's doable.
Because the thing is, you're so good at everything without training that it's like, if you just freaking went for it in your training, you would exceed. Everybody always told me that the running in high rock should be your recovery part and that your station should be where you go for it. But actually, from doing the high rocks, I think it's the other way around. I think that where the running is actually the main part of the race and they make up the main bulk of your time, the running is where you should go for it and the stations is where you should actually take it a bit slower because they're smaller
But
sections.
don't you think the running, yes, you should go for it, but you should still be recovering on it.
Other than burpees, we need to work on burpees.
Yeah, burpees is a killer.
Kept getting told off as well.
Yeah, we did get away with that. Anyway, back to Ironman. So you want to train for a high rocks? He's pushing me out.
I really want to get a good result for a high rocks. I'd be really happy if I could. Now, the next goal is doing the half Ironman again. I'd like to do another 2, I think, but I'd like to do them in cool places, and then I'd like to do a full one, and I'd almost like to do it in the same block. So it's not like I'm training for a half, going down like no training, training for a half, no training, training for a full, and then stopping training. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to almost do the half, and then off the camera, but full. Like, that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to keep my training up. I would like to do a full marathon.
I've been toying with the idea of doing the 6 major marathons.
But you get like a cool medal at the end of it.
Actually, they've made it 7 now. There's 7 now.
If you want to sign up to it, because I'm nothing special. When I did the Ironman, I was coming in at probably about 125 kilos, and I still managed to complete it. Now, I wouldn't say I competed in it, because I really didn't. Trust me, there was no competing going on. It was just about getting around the damn course. Big thanks to my bike. It is a good bike, and it carried me a bit. Like, going down the hills, come to think of it now, it might be my weight that got me down the hills faster.
That meant less recovery time to get you up the hills again.
I know, but in the moment, seriously, I was thinking, when I was going down the hills really quick compared to everyone, and I was flying past people. And I thought, oh, this bike is brilliant, like it's getting me through everybody. But come to think of it now, it might be because of my body weight, and it was like dragging me down the hills. I wouldn't say I had fun doing it, but afterwards, you do sit there and you just think, wow, I want to do another one. Really such a weird thing. The feeling during, because I hadn't trained, it was horrendous. I felt awful throughout the whole thing. Now that I've done it, it doesn't make me excited to do it again. Post race, I had about 4 hours to drive after the race. I walked from the finish to the car and the transition area to get my bike and all my stuff. I was hobbling. It genuinely felt like I was 90 years old. It was over 2 miles, the walk was, to get from the finish to the transition area. Then we drove back, and I had to stop about 4 times at services because I could feel my legs cramping up. So I just got the massage gun out and started massaging at services. So that's what got me through it, really. Funny enough, on the journey, I had just completed a 70.3 Ironman, cramping up in a lot of pain, and I looked to the left of me, and there was Brooke, fast asleep.
I was more tired than Ben somehow.
Yeah.
Spectating is a hard job.
To be honest with you, the day afterwards, I don't think I was in too bad. I wasn't in that much pain or anything.
No, you weren't. You never are.
No.
You just had bad chafing.
Oh my god. Okay, warning to anyone doing it. My neck, I've never felt rash, that's it. They call it a wetsuit rash, don't they? But because you're twisting your neck like this, I got out of that water, I felt like I could feel my spine. I had that much, there was that much rash on the back of my neck. Oh my god, I was in pain. My thighs, I've never had chafing like it. I don't know what it was from, because I was wearing a tri-suit, so you can't really get chafing from a tri-suit, can you?
It will just be the seawater problem.
Yeah, I wasn't in that much pain in terms of like muscle fatigue or anything. I think I actually went to the gym the day afterwards and did a bit of a cycle to get the blood flowing. Yeah, the chafing was painful. I couldn't walk normally for a day. I don't know, I was like crab walking. So maybe the next video you'll see is Brooke doing a 7.3 with no training.
Not no training, mate. No
Maybe.
way.
You
I
never
would
know.
love to do a 7.3 at some
Yeah, you're
point,
very
though.
different to me. Like, you actually do train, like, and you actually put in the hard work. I just wish I could do that.
Big fat congrats to Benny in the comments. He did so well, so proud of him.
To be honest with you, when I finished the race, I felt a bit embarrassed about the time, being completely honest. I felt embarrassed because I thought the time that I did it in is not fast. It's if anything, one of the slowest. But thinking back on it, I just think like actually doing it is still like such a huge achievement.
Yeah.
And
being out there for 8 hours.
Yeah,
and just keep on going.
I was really happy. Big shout out, like a big thank you to the people that came to see me, like family and stuff, because my mom, my dad, my sister and you, of course. Oh my god, it was great to see a familiar face when I was doing it. I was in that much pain doing it, like it was nice to just look around and like see someone that you know, because everyone's cheering you on and it is such a cool environment to be in. It's mental. Obviously me coming in at the last, people were still cheering because it's still very hard. Just seeing like people that you know when you're doing it, oh, it gives you a boost of energy. Very grateful.
If only we could have been around the bike course for you.
God, yeah. Out there for 4 hours just on my own. Just, God, that was a lonely time in my life.
Well, you did so well. We're all so proud of you.
Awesome. All right then.
Is that your outro?
Yeah.
You're going to say thank you for watching like I do? Well, thank you for watching this video, you guys. We really hope you enjoyed it. This was a fun one to film together, wasn't it?
Oh, it was real fun. It was real fun.
If you did enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe. Maybe put in the comments some things you think me and Ben should aim to do in the future.
Yeah.
That could be cool. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in my next video. Bye, you guys.